Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. The more you control your emotions, the more you will be strong enough to make enough money with crypto. This coming from King Karen here on Twitter. The weak-minded will quit crypto after a temporary loss because they want money now. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And this couldn't be closer to the truth. This is the cycle we tend to see all the time with, newbie crypto traders, especially at this point in the cycle. It's so over right there at the top. And then we finally see some momentum back to new highs. Then we're back. Then we start breaking those highs and we make new highs. And then we're so back. And then we see another retracement and it's over. And there you guys go. That is basically the cycle that we tend to see in crypto. So wanted to thank King Karen there just for putting that into perspective for us. I know the market has retraced significantly. Greed is now at 74. You guys can see it here on the Fear and Greed Index. We are no longer in extreme greed. It has receded back to 74. And the market cap has receded too, down to 2.38 trillion. That is up a little bit since yesterday, but it has still gone down since we did see those recent highs back from a few days ago. 24-hour volume too is down about 5%. And the dominance for Bitcoin, that is now mounting again. So we did see dominance down to about 51 and change, and now dominance is back up to 52.1% for Bitcoin. But Bitcoin staying relatively flat over the last 24 hours. Now, this is a pretty good sign. I have a feeling that we are almost at that reversal phase. Altcoins are now a mixed bag. Ethereum is down 3.9% in the last 24 hours. So you guys can see these numbers are going down. Bitcoin is actually up 3.58%. Solana's down to 2.37%. XRP is up in the last 24 hours, 1.67%. And the rest of the crypto market obviously looking, by and large, pretty good. And I want to keep reiterating this. I wanted to show you guys a screen grab. These are the picks that I'm letting my Patreon subscribers in on. You can see I have blurred them out, but most are back now into the green. Okay, spoiler alert. The one that's in the red is Bitcoin. The other ones, though, are still climbing. And this is just one page. I just took a screen grab off my phone. But I do have even more than this. Another spoiler alert, too, guys. A lot of these picks have gone down maybe 5, 10, 15% since we did see that retrace. So they're actually at some pretty attractive prices right now. Some are even lower than when I bought in at. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm trading, you can find that out at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. And it is only $5 a month. For those of you guys who are interested in subscribing, we've got the XRP price right now still hovering below 60 cents. Hovering below, but not by much. We're trading at about 59.5 cents. This is XRP on the weekly chart, by the way. And Bitcoin right now, the retracement is real, but we are slowly losing momentum. Again, this is the weekly chart. If I throw this on the hourly, you guys can see Bitcoin did touch this zone right in here. It did wick down under that price of about 61,400 per coin. And I had a feeling we were going to start flirting with that $60,000 level. You guys can see it did bounce back here on March the 3rd, and then here again on March the 5th after wicking down. But then bounced back up. We finally made those new all-time highs. Now we're receding here. March the 20th, hit that level again, and guys, we're seeing a move to the upside. So hopefully this spells more confidence and you guys aren't falling for this cycle over and over again. So we were talking a little bit about XRP. XRP is, now up, starting to move up, with Bitcoin still holding strong. This trend line too for the XRP price have not gone below this level here that we saw back at the end of January, early February. So still making higher lows. CryptoCon here, bringing this to our attention. Bitcoin is facing resistance for the first time in a while at all-time highs at $69,000, which is completely natural. Our cycle is heating up, but it is not over. So another interesting point to remember here, guys. The monthly relative vigor index has crossed at 0.21 in value, which in the past has marked a cycle top to come in about 10 months. And so notice this too, guys. He bolds 10 months. So we have hit 21 at this point here, cycle top, 10 months. 10 months, 10 months, 10 months. I don't know if you guys remember that pizza commercial from back 30 years ago. $5, $5, $5, $5. Well, this is 10 months, 10 months, 10 months, 10 months. This is what apparently this new RVGI indicates here. So the 0.21 crossed. It did cross in March. Does this mean that we have 10 months to go? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January 2025? An interesting indicator, and also interesting that it has checked out 1, 2, 3 times before. So true cycle top back in 2021 was November, and then in 2017 it was December, and then the time before that was November 2013. So that is an interesting observation here. I'm going to mark my calendar. Corrections reduce the risk of parabolic price action. that could bring a double top, which is tricky to navigate. Bitcoin continues to respect data, whether this cycle is accelerated or not. So that's all positive news, guys. That is all, that's all great information that I like to hear. And now, so what does that mean for XRP? Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed posting this. So this article is discussing Nick, Crypto Crusader's tweet about that $5 to $10 XRP price target. He says it's not crazy if XRP soars 1,500%. So here's what Nick is saying here. He disclosed his target range for XRP this bull season. He does anticipate XRP achieving unprecedented levels between $5 and $10 per coin at the peak of the bull cycle. Now, I want to keep it conservative. I'm, saying even if we get back to all-time high, if we get back to all-time high, we will likely see a huge retracement to the downside and then likely go above, I guess, depending on what point in the cycle we're at. I think there are so many factors set and primed for an XRP price to go back to all-time high. I'm going to be giving more detailed reasons at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. As far as Nick is concerned, my range on XRP is $5 to $10 this cycle. He says, I see so many people saying that it won't or that it can't even happen. These are the same people cheering for an Ethereum at $7,500 to $10,000 and Bitcoin to hit $100,000 to $150,000. Now, these prices are not exorbitant. I don't think that that's out of reach, definitely. Think about this logically for a second. Even going off of the fully diluted market cap of XRP, okay, $5 to $10, the market cap would be $500 billion to $1 trillion. Ethereum at these same prices here, these $75,000 to $10,000 prices, would be valued at $900 billion to $1.2 trillion, and Bitcoin at $100,000 to $150,000 would be valued at $1.97 trillion to $2.9 trillion. So now I ask you, does it seem crazy to think XRP could hit $5 to $10 this cycle? Absolutely not, in my opinion, and I even think that is conservative. And even when you just take a look at the structure, if I were to throw this back on the weekly and we are to assume, I've demonstrated this in a previous video, by the way, but I'm just going to go over it very, very quickly here. If we are to assume that these triangular patterns that we've seen in the past, that, this one here from back in the early days, 2014 to 2017, this one here, if that was the precursor and the precedent-setting pattern before this blow-off top, and we're following it with this pattern, which is elongated, ascending triangular pattern, right? Because in this last bull run, we did not hit a new all-time high. So it is an ascending triangular pattern. These things looking very, very similar. What can we glean from this, guys? Throwing a Fibonacci on here, obviously blowing that Fibonacci out of the water. The traditional Fibonacci going up above the 4.236. Even if I line up the 2.36 here, the bottom here with the top of that, you guys can see XRP fully surpassed that in early 2018. Even with the traditional Fibonacci here on this chart, the chances of us getting up to top here, this is kind of the traditional way we look at price, $13.73. And an extreme case scenario up to the 2.36 would bring us much higher than that, obviously. So $5 to $10 looking very, very doable, I think. And again, even if we hit all-time high, I think once we hit all-time high retrace, depending on where we are in the cycle, it is likely we could go even higher just depending on where Bitcoin is at that moment in time. So wanted to thank Nick there. Wanted to thank Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed, Crypto.com as well, and King Karen for their tweets. Want to keep moving, guys. XRP drops, bringing this up. Now, Matt Hugin has reiterated this. I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning of the month, this is what he was saying about Bitcoin price and the institutional money coming in.
Absolutely. It's a great question. We're seeing enormous demand for the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF and across all of these ETFs. And the answer is it's all of those categories. You're seeing retail investors come into these ETFs. You're seeing hedge funds, you're seeing RIAs or independent financial advisors. I think there's an even bigger wave coming in a few months as we start to see the major wirehouses turn on. But this has been Bitcoin's IPO moment. It's in a new era of price discovery. And I think prices could go substantially higher from here.
So prices could go substantially higher. Again, this was from the beginning of the month, March 2024 or late February 2024. On top of which, now he's saying this, okay, institutional money now weeks away. This was Matt Hugin again from the Digital Asset Summit 2024 in London from just a few days ago. Listen to this.
We're probably a few weeks away from the first of those major wirehouses approving it. Maybe a week away.
A few weeks away, a week away perhaps, from the major wirehouses approving more ETFs. So guys, that is just going to mean more inflows. Wanted to thank XRP Drops for posting that. Now, let's take a look at the landscape. James K. Filan just posted this, another update regarding the SEC Ripple lawsuit. The parties have filed a joint sealing proposal to govern sealing issues related to the upcoming remedies-related briefing to be filed in the case. So we've got some new dates here. March the 22nd, which coincidentally is the day the AMMs are launched. The SEC files its opening remedies-related brief in supporting declarations and exhibits under seal. And then they have a few days to respond here. March 25th, parties meet and confer to identify redactions sought by each side and third parties, if any, to be briefed and supporting materials. On March the 26th, the SEC files a public redacted version of the brief, making only those provisional redactions requested by the parties and third parties, if any, during the meet and confer. The SEC will also file on the public docket and support exhibits not designated by the SEC, Ripple, or any third party as confidential or highly confidential under protective order. And then we have the April 22nd date. Ripple does file the public redacted version of the opposition brief. And then we have a few days following that in May. Hopefully, that will wrap things up. And here are Bill Morgan's thoughts on this. For all of you guys that thought the SEC succeeding earlier this year in its motion ordering disclosure of Ripple post-complaint contracts with institutions meant disclosure to the world, it didn't. It meant disclosure to the SEC subject to a protective order, and there is likely a lot of commercially sensitive material Ripple will seek to have redacted and sealed in the SEC brief and reply brief. Sherry also did comment on this too. Translation when it comes to the legal speak here with regards to this document. Although the SEC has to file its opening brief by March the 22nd, it will be under seal, and we won't see a redacted version until March the 26th, and it will happen twice this way. Johnny here asking, is this normal protocol? If not, do you have any idea why they would agree to this, Sherry? Would love to hear your speculation from those who never speculate. And Sherry does say, it's not unusual when there is an active protection order in place. In order to protect Ripple's clients, the parties should meet to make sure nothing sensitive is released to the public that could jeopardize Ripple's business dealings in any way. So this is typical legal protocol here. But we march on, guys. We march on till at least May. And so, I would not be surprised in the least if this is when we saw some major XRP activity. Once we do see Bitcoin hitting new heights, let's not forget Bitcoin has still a ways to go when it comes to price realization. If I were to throw a Fibonacci here, we have reached the one, so we have only reached an all-time high now, and it looks as though Bitcoin retracing, it could go down as low as the 0.786. I don't know. What I do know is that we still have the 1.618, the 2.618, 3.618, and possibly the 4.236 to go. So we are nowhere close the end of this cycle, and so that in turn will give XRP some time to shine. So wanted to thank James K. Filan, Sherry, and Bill Morgan for posting that. Another great one from XRP Drops here on Twitter. Monica Long just posted this yesterday. I have her tweet up here. This is from March 19th, yesterday afternoon. And just to reiterate, 2024 is quickly shaping up to be the year of crypto institutionalization on a macro scale. So guys, that is looking very, very good for Ripple, though nothing worth noting that several TradeFi companies launched crypto access, tokenization products, etc. in previous bear markets, thanks to Eric Newcomer and the team for a fantastic event. So Monica Long was part of this banking summit in San Francisco. There are some posts here, some photos from that event, but it is important to note she is saying 2024 is the year of crypto institutionalization. So we are going to see, it sounds as though we're going to see the beginnings of this crypto real world utility coming down the pike very, very soon. And of course, nothing happens until those crypto regulations are put in place. So think of that as well. The United States is getting on track to kind of finalize their crypto regs from what I'm assuming, from what this timeline is suggesting. So wanted to thank XRP Drops there for posting that. And another great one from XRP Drops. Boy, on fire today. 2024 will be a pivotal year, but 2025 is looking more likely for any meaningful things to happen. Now, this was posted, another update here from the Australian Policy Summit that Ripple was attending. And if you look down here, Honer posted this. This is from their LinkedIn page. Let me just read you guys some of this. One key takeout: Australia's crypto regulatory landscape remains fragmented, but is evolving and moving in the right direction. 2024 will be a pivotal year, but 2025 is looking more likely for any meaningful changes to happen. Thanks to the Ripple team, both Australian and those visiting from overseas, for being such warm hosts. So 2024, definitely a pivotal year. But guys, again, looking like 2025 is the year that all these crypto companies are eyeing for that real world utility. And again, if we are to believe the timeline, 2025 going to be crucial for the top of the bull market. Let's hope beginning of 2025, then crypto utility will start building in 2024 and then be implemented once and for all throughout 2025. So that has been the timeline, and I recently did a video on that. I'll link that up here if you guys are interested. The other day too, I did also post a video regarding the Atlantis Exchange. Okay, Crypto Cowboy here, bringing up another interesting point. Atlantis Exchange's digital asset trading is based on the latest MIT blockchain technology. Now, this is a company that has been registered with the U.S. Treasury Department and the United Nations. Atlantis Exchange is a member-focused and performance-oriented open platform. Any individual or business entity may easily register with it and start trading cryptocurrencies in minutes. It provides users from more than 100 countries and territories with an easy-to-use, fast, low-cost, reliable, succinct, but secure environment for digital asset trading based on the latest MIT's blockchain technology. So these guys sound like the real deal. On top of which, as I mentioned, and Wrath Economan here reiterating, XRP is now trading on the U.S. Treasury-approved Atlantis Exchange platform. I did a video on this just recently. We'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. So here it is. In a significant development for cryptocurrency markets, XRP has commenced trading on Atlantis Exchange, a crypto trading platform registered by the U.S. Department of the Treasury. The exchange made this announcement via an X post revealing that XRP trading started on March the 17th. So XRP trading has now been available for 3 days on this particular exchange. And so people in the XRP community started diving in. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? This from Late and Lost here on Twitter. The XRP to USDB pairing, that sounds like it is another type of stablecoin. USDB, so USDB to USDT is trading at around 1.025001 USDT, so just over $1 US. But also on this exchange, 1 XRP is equivalent to 80 USDB. Whoa. Back up the bus. Yes, it's right here. Very, very interesting. I also saw this from ISO Goat. 1 XRP is 113 USDB. And so I guess that must have been later on in the day. Here's some more documentation suggesting XRP to USDB. And he is suggesting that 1 USDB is equivalent to 1 USD. So that is directly from the Atlantis Exchange. Could it mean that XRP is trading at around $113 USD per coin? Anyone know or heard anything about this, guys? This is news to me, and I'm hearing the buzz on the X platform. Well, I don't know, but I mean, seems like some people are probably in the know, considering this platform was registered by the U.S. Department of the Treasury, and it's not mentioned here, but it is also registered with the United Nations. I did mention that in the video I did the other day. Things that make you go, maybe this will be the liquidity building exchange we need in order to get XRP to those exorbitant prices. I mean, Nick's prediction, $5 to $10, that seems doable this cycle. I'm going to keep it a little more conservative right now. Let's see if we can hit all-time high first and then gauge where we can go next. But certainly a $13 XRP is not out of the question. I mean, again, that would bring us to the top of the Fibonacci. If we were to plot a traditional fib on the chart, this certainly could go much, much higher under unforeseeable circumstances. And maybe XRP is already trading for $113 per coin on this U.S. Treasury Department approved exchange. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. And please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you guys want to see what I'm trading this bull run, you can also follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only $5 a month. I've kept it relatively affordable, so you guys can follow me throughout maybe the next 10 months. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.